Dear learners, welcome back to your educational channel Learn and Educate, where we were studying about the few concepts of cost accounting. Under that, cost center and profit center. Cost center is a location, is a person or an items or item of equipments or a department for which cost is ascertained. When the costs are incurred on actual basis or a notional basis with respect to the particular item or a location or a person, they are ascertained, calculated and monitored for the purpose of controlling the cost. The cost center serves the function of controlling the cost. Profit center. Profit center is not a cost center, and when the few businesses treat the profit center as separate in terms of they separately track the revenue and the cost, as cost is ascertained by the cost centers, the activity of producing, of tracking the revenue, because the revenue goes towards contributing towards profit and earning capacity. Therefore, profit centers is a center whose main objective is to measure the performance in terms of the income earned and the cost incurred. That is the difference between the income and the cost is the profit. The difference between the revenue and the cost is profit. Therefore, a profit center are those centers whose primary objective is to ascertain the performance of the particular entity, organization, or an activity in terms of the income and the cost income earned and the cost expended, that is the amount of cost incurred, that is the profit earning. The difference between the cost center and the profit center is a cost center is a department or a function or a segment that incurs the cost but does not generate the revenue directly, whereas the profit center is a department or a unit that generates revenue and incur cost, allowing it to measure the profitability. The cost center is responsible for tracing the cost, whereas the profit center is responsible for the profits and generating revenue. Profit centers focus on revenue generation and maximizing the profit, whereas the cost center focuses on cost control and efficiency improvement, because the cost centers are responsible for decreasing the cost, whereas maintaining the quality of the output, that is efficiency. Cost center. The examples of cost centers are production department, maintenance, human resource, IT, decision development. The examples of profit center are sales department, retail branches, individual business units, where they are treated as a profit centers. All the centers are treated as a profit centers. The performance is compared in a profit center with respect to the revenue and the cost. The performance of the cost center is measured in terms of the cost and implementation of the budget. The budget which has been prepared by the organization, how it has been implemented, the standard costing with respect to that. The pre-established cost and the actual costs are compared. The decision-making authority is limited in the cost center to the cost management and the improvement in efficiency. Whereas in the case of profit centers, it has the authority to make decisions that impact the revenue and the cost.